Dear listeners and viewers, wherever you are, hello and welcome. The month of July was always the dearest month to the heart of every Canadian, as it holds on its very first day the commemoration of the creation of Canada back in 1867. But 2 years ago, the importance of this month was doubled for all Canadians of Egyptian origin, as this month became officially the Month of Egyptian Heritage in Canada. And thanks to the great efforts exerted by MPP Sharif Sabawi and the Canadian Egyptian Heritage Association. During this month also, it is time to shed light on some bright Egyptian examples, Canadians of Egyptian origin, people who succeeded in creating a name in their field, and also they are people who always reach out to others. Today, I'm really delighted to be accompanied by Sam Osmow, the founder and the owner of Osmow's food chain. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and nice to see you.
And it's a pleasure having you here. And first and foremost, can you tell us about your very beginning? Because some people might think that Sam Osmow came here with just like millions and millions of dollars and just, all he had to do is just do some spending here and there, throw money here and there, and then he just had this huge chain. So can you clarify that for people, please?
Yes, actually here, when I came over here, I had the first business as Polar Submarine, and that was in the center of Streetsville, with the jump of the big chains of subways and the Subway and Mr. Sub and Quiznos. There was no room for the private any more private subway or sub stores. So while I was there, I was doing my own food, and a customer came in. He smelled the food, he liked it, and he was amazed that the second day he comes and he says, "Sam, please, I don't want a Subway or I don't want a sub. Give me what you did yesterday."
Okay.
So it started from here. I really started from the very, very bottom without any funds from back home. And once the customer started to appreciate, I was inspired by them to switch my submarine into the Osmows, which you see right now with over 95 stores.
So you started from the very, very basics of everything, and then you started, expanding. It came as a gradual thing. So you didn't have just like a magic wand that you waved and there you go. You became a big businessman, but you took it step by step. And as a role model for a lot of newcomers to Canada and Egyptians in particular, what is the golden advice? What is the golden rule for them to follow to become that successful?
The magic here is that to have a good idea, or to have the Egyptian taste of food, infuse it into the Canadian taste, which it worked very well. So as we are in the quick service business, the customer need a quick, fresh bite of food, and this is what we did. It's a kind of magic to get that together and put it in the plate of the customer as a quick service.
So basically it's presenting something unique, something that people are not used to. And how many stores do you have now, right? Like starting from just one store, how many stores do you have in your big chain today?
Right now we have over 95 stores, and the number is growing. We believe before end of August will hit 100. And
How many
the-
years was that?
we started 2001. We didn't get into the franchising before 2000. Okay. And 2009 we started the first franchising, but we started to build up more stores in 2015.
Absolutely. Well, that's a great example indeed. And Sam Osmow is well known to own the Osmow's chain, but again, like he's very well known among a lot of Canadians of Egyptian origin when they first came. He's one of the very first people they've met, and like he sort of supported them. So you are a Canadian, but you are of Egyptian origin. So how did you keep that balance? Because a lot of people are confused. They say, like, if I become Canadian, this means I lose my interest in my country of origin or my heritage, or if I stay attached to people from my background, I don't become that Canadian. So how did you keep that good balance between both?
This is exactly what is reflected in our food, that we keep our food taste, switch it into the Canadian taste. So this is the kind of combination we have. So we are proud, we are very proud that we are Canadian first started here. And we started with the good Egyptian food taste, twisted into a Canadian. And this is what makes us different than any other. And this is our success here.
Absolutely. And there is another side to the work. It's not only work and selling like very delicious sandwiches to people and so on, but it's also you have a human part in there, like a very charitable, area in your work. So can you shed some light on that? Like on, I know you wouldn't like to talk in details about charity, but just a little glimpse there and how much support you were able to give to Canadians of Egyptian origin when they first came here to Canada.
Okay, first of all, many of the Canadian Egyptian who, whenever they come to Canada, they find a work at Osmow's, and many of them, they already been into that. So that was one of the support we were giving to our community. And we did support many charity community. We did support the Canadian Food Bank, Canadian hospitals with some donation for PPE, the food shelters, the homeless. We dedicated some days in our stores. We close only, or we open only for the homeless. This is in respect of what we are doing in Canada here. We do back home in Egypt, we do support the 357 hospital. We do support Dr. Magdi.
Kids with cancer.
Exactly, the kids with cancer. We do support the hospital of Magdi Yaqub for heart. We do support some orphanage. And we did our own charity foundation, and we'll start in Haiti doing some development over there as Osmow's Charity Foundation.
Well, these are great efforts indeed, definitely. So it's in Canada, it's in Egypt and beyond. So not only in Canada and Egypt, but you're like this very international perspective, which is typical Canadian too. Last but not least, as we celebrate the Egyptian Heritage Month this year, what are your plans, or what is your message to the Egyptian Canadian community here?
Well, Canada is a wonderful country and is an open society for everybody to come and innovate and represent his ideas, come up with his ideas, have a good life. So it's an open society where you can explore whatever you have. I would encourage everyone to come, not to shy, just work and see where the light, where the stream can be, and follow.
Well, Mr. Sam Osmow, thank you very much for this great interview and for putting us in your tight schedule there. And definitely everyone, celebrating the Egyptian Heritage Month is not only a month of just festivities, but it's a month to contemplate and to ponder and to think deeply and have more insight about how much can Canadians of Egyptian origin give to this great country, Canada, and also support their motherland, Egypt. Until we meet again, this was Mohammed Al-Hadari. All the best.